Yo, what's going on with your YouTube? Jumpman Chris here. We're coming back at y'all with another vid, and we got a little hold sales. Maybe this can help you out. When's a good time to buy? Should I sell now? I just need a personal pair. Where are the cases? Sometimes on the channel we do make these hold and sell videos. It's been a long time since basically nothing has been going crazy as of lately, except for maybe the reimagined 3s and stuff like that. But you guys already know the new wave. The Air Jordan 4s. It's usually the more popular, silhouette that usually do pretty well, especially that resells. And we already know how this shoe actually went. They did sell out. They did sell out in a lot of stores. Probably gonna be some leftover pairs probably the day after, but I don't think these things are going to sit. Maybe certain sizes, maybe like preschool sizes or like a size 4 and GS sizes, or maybe some stores might get a couple sizes here and there, but these things will not sit. But I don't think if you guys actually tried, no one should have had a big problem. I did hear some people did get some L's. It just is what it is, guys. But for what this shoe is going for, is this shoe a good hold or is it a good sell? Or when's a good time to buy? Well, this is probably going to be a really good quick flip as of right now. So these things retailed at $210 after taxes, depending on your state. You're probably looking around like $220, $230, even some states probably like close to $240. And the pairs right now are going for about like $280 to $260 depending on sizes, which is a pretty decent margin. So it's like what, $20, $40 over the retail price. So if you were to get a couple extra pairs, you could probably make a good day. As of right now, because this is the day after the release, this is where the highest price point is once everyone take L's from the sneakers app. Because right now we're at the panic buying stage, the FOMO. This is when the highest price point is. If I was you guys, I would probably want to quick flip these things, because once people do get pairs after the sneakers release, because there's over 100,000 pairs, that's not including Finish Line and the ship to me options and other websites. When the people start to get pairs in, they'll probably be within the next week or two. Probably gonna go down a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. They're probably gonna be around $250 on most sizes. And if you were to sell it on the apps, you're basically making your money back. So a quick flip, which is actually, and if you guys are trying to buy, like I said, you don't have to buy right now. This is the highest price point. People are gonna be trying to tax these things at, even locally, like at $300 to $280. So just be a little patient. Other shoes are coming out. These things, the hype will probably die out a little bit. I understand it's an Air Jordan 4, and it's kind of like that iconic colorway for these being retro back in like 2006 and 2012, and it's coming back in 2023. But I think the thing is, like, a lot of people are not really liking the yellow. It's definitely not as hyped and not nearly as, I think a lot of people are even saying that the Red Thunders are even better, which is kind of my surprise, because like I really don't like the Red Thunders that much, in my opinion, just because it's too infrared for me. But the new generation, man, some people say the Red Thunders are better, and that's because the red colorway is definitely more desirable than yellow. Usually yellow shoes don't do anything crazy. For it being more dominantly black, it should do fine. It's probably gonna be what is gonna be the price point right now. It's probably gonna stay where it's at. It might drop down to like $250 and then gradually kind of go up. Is this gonna be a good hold? I think it's gonna be okay. I know a lot of people want to compare. The Red Thunders, they're going for like high 300s to mid 300s. And remember when these first came out, they were at already basically the same price point. I honestly think it's the Yellow Thunders, or the Thunders, are not gonna do that good compared to the Red Thunders. Call me crazy, but I just feel like more people was more desirable for the red pair. I feel like they made way more pairs on the Yellow Thunders than the Red Thunders. Like, it felt like these things were every freaking where. Like, every store had hundreds of pairs. So if these things were to catch up to the Red Thunders, it's gonna take a while. Now, is that worth your time? Because it could take maybe holiday season, even fall season. It probably could take that long, if not even maybe even longer. So for it to go like at least a $50 increase to what the price is now, is it really worth your time? Especially the way how the sneaker market is now. I don't know. To me, I think everything's a quick flip. I really don't hold anything anymore. That's just me now. I prefer to just move things quick, use that money for other things or buy personal pairs and stuff like that. So, but I said, in due time, these things could do some pretty good numbers. I don't think they're gonna catch, like I said, for some weird reason, I don't think it's gonna catch up to the Red Thunders. Or if it does, it's gonna take a long time. I know a lot of people want to compare that, but it just is what it is. But if you really do want to invest in a shoe that's actually a lot cheaper, it might be better bang for your buck. It actually might be the GS size of the Yellow Thunder. Call me crazy. Yes, we've seen it for the past almost every Air Jordan 4s, especially on GS sizes. You know, we can't really count the Crash 4. That's a really bad colorway that a lot of people wasn't liking. But even some ugly colorways like the infrared 4s, the GS sizes, they're around 200 to 250 right now. So GS size on the Yellow Thunders right now are only going for basically retail, maybe 170 to 180 depending on sizes. I usually for GS size, I go for a size 6, 6.5, and a 7. I usually don't go anything under, but if you want to go for a size 5, 5.5, you know, be my guest. But they usually don't, the price point is really not there, and it's a lot harder to move, especially a size 4. I really never touch the size 4. I don't want to touch the size 4. Those things usually don't move at all. Every Air Jordan 4 that's a GS sizes usually go up in due time. And I think these things will move a little bit higher compared to the men's sizes. Like I definitely, by fall, these things will probably be at 200, if not close to like 250 at least by around fall time or maybe even holiday season. It might even take longer than that, but GS sizes usually do pretty well, and they're not, like I said, they're not going for much. So if you were to invest in, you know, in these, I will go for the GS sizes, and I would probably pick around size 6, 6.5, and 7. Not saying to do that, but you know, just kind of check the market, keep on watching it, and then start making your moves. But you know, you don't have to buy things now. Obviously, you can just, you know, wait till the market kind of calms down. These things actually might go under retail, so if that's when you want to start buying in, or if you see it go under retail and you want to hold off, just kind of just chill out for a little bit until you start to see the market kind of go up on these things. You know, with it being an Air Jordan 4 in a GS size, there is demand for it. So either way, this probably gonna sell, you know, at least get your money back or something. But men's sizes, if you were to hold, if you really want to hold and you got it for like, you know, for a really good price, I would try to stick with the bigger sizes, like a 10.5 and up. That's usually do the best prices on Air Jordan 4s, and they usually do the highest price point too as well. So, you know, but I think it's gonna take a while for these things to actually go up. So is it gonna be worth your time? Maybe, you know. I think the highest price point, like I said, it'll probably be around a 300 to maybe 320. You know, if it doesn't touch that by, you know, holiday season, then I'll just move on to something else. But like I said, man, it's the way how the sneaker market is going for right now. I really don't like to hold things anymore. You know, I just more into quick flipping, moving at shows here and there, recycle the money to something else, and then just move on. But overall, it's a really good looking shoe. It's an iconic shoe. I think a lot of people are gonna look forward to the shoe, and I think a lot of people are waiting for these shoes. Just it being yellow, it's just really, really tough. You know, it's really hard to predict. You know, if it was more of a red color and a black color, they usually do better. Or more of an all-white Air Jordan 4, they usually do pretty well. And one thing I'll just say is, honestly, the way how the trends has been lately, you know, especially the past few Air Jordan 4s, they really haven't been doing anything crazy. Seafoams, another kind of like okay colorway. The Crash, again, pretty bad, decent colorway. I mean, the Air Jordan 4 SB4s, that was just another hype. How long will the trend of the hype of the Air Jordan 4 last? You know, will we get another year? Will it be to the end of this year? Maybe 2 years? Hey, trends come and go. I've seen this so many times, you know, with Air Jordan 11s was a trend at one point. That was this crazy hype shoe, especially for the holiday season, but not nearly as much as it used to be. I remember when people used to break down the malls just to get into the, you know, the Jordan 11s and stuff like that, but it hasn't been that, you know, it hasn't been crazy like that in a while. Air Jordan 1s always, you know, was at one point where every Air Jordan 1 was selling out, and every Air Jordan 1 was like, you know, going for some bread. And then that moved on to the Air Jordan 4s. You know, we had some really good colorways in the past few years with the Topes, the UNC 4s, you know, the military blacks. I think we're gonna get another good run next year because we're gonna get some, you know, we really need some OG colorways. So we'll just have to wait for that. But see how long this trend goes. But anyway, guys, just want to say I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. If you guys don't mind, please hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if it's your first time here. Comment down below, and please hit that bell for all the notifications when I do drop vids. And don't forget to follow me on my social media at German Chris on IG, sometime on Twitter, and don't forget Snapchat. I'm also on TikTok. Anyway, guys, appreciate y'all. Love y'all. I'm German Chris. Peace.